Okay, and you guys already know how I just love the way that things fit together. Like, so, like a puzzle. It's like I feel like all the pieces are coming together and fitting. So, let me just do a short video about just icing on the cake about how much I meant how divine it felt that he was gonna heal like a father wound for my baby, and I was gonna help heal the same for his daughter, right? Saying all of that in the last video like makes sense, but it was like divinely chosen for it to be us, you know, each of us, because he had a son that he had to raise without the other parent. And it's like anybody that grows up and doesn't have memories or doesn't have that other parent because of a tragic death, there's a wound there, right? There's always something there that nobody can feel truly. And so because he already raised a son without another parent, he was, the right person for the job to help me or to help my son heal that same wound, if this makes sense. And then on my end, my mom and biological dad were teen parents as well. And my biological dad went into the military, and he was stationed in another country, and I did not know him. I know him now, and we're great friends. He's like, I call him my dad now too. Also, we've really healed our relationship, and so this is not to make anybody feel bad, but he did not come back into my life until I was 30. And even though my mom remarried and my stepdad, which I've never said step, like he's just been the dad that raised me, he is my dad, and now I have two dads, so what's the harm in that? But I'm saying, like, there was a wound there when I was growing up, because I knew there was a dad out there, or a biological dad out there, that lived in another state and that I never got to see. And so I felt as though we both had a unique history with the current situation, right? Like, I know how it feels to be a young girl wondering about her father. And he knew how it feels, or he knew how it looked, I should say, because his son was really the one that had, that grew up without another parent. But he knew how difficult it could be on a boy, well, I should say any child for sure, but you know what I'm saying? In our situation, they were both boys. On a boy to be raised without the other parent and to always have that wound, maybe wondering, or just something open that can never be fixed. But like, the presence of Tony Hawk in my son's life can really help that wound from, feeling so painful, I guess. So that was just a side note that I wanted to say. Like, we were definitely meant to be together and help heal our children, and also just create like a stronger relationship between all of our kids and each other. So that was just how I felt about it. So I was over here thinking in my mind, fairy tale number 2, I'm so grateful, I'm so lucky, oh my goodness. And this is like the second part of my life now that came to my front door and developed into something so beautiful. And that's why the breakup was so hard on me. Like, so hard. I talk about come to Jesus moment. I had round 2. I was like clinging to anything to get me through it. I was like, I never knew what a breakup was. Like, me and my husband were high school sweethearts, and then we were together and built a life together with trials and tribulations for sure, but technically, we were together for that entire time. And then heartbreak is one thing when you lose your husband in a sudden tragedy. That's heartbreak, on steroids or something. But I never had like a breakup where like somebody and myself like had to go our separate ways. That rocked my whole world.